On this episode of the Third and Thirsty podcast, we're breaking down week 2, Broncos and the Colts, and then the big Monday night game with the Raiders and the Chargers. Let's get into it now. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back to the Third and Thirsty podcast, your one-pot stop for Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, Kansas City referee, and Taylor Swift free AFC West banter. I'm Alex Bell, Bronco fan, witness to 3 Super Bowls. To my left, I have Omar Rubio. He's a Chargers fan. He's a witness to 0 Super Bowls. To my right, I have Edgar Larios. He's a Raider fan, also a witness to 0 Super Bowls. It's week 2. We got through 1 week of football. We're in the spring of things now.
And we're all on the winning bracket after 1 week.
Yeah, we sure are. It was a good start for the pod. I think we mentioned before, almost went with the name of AFC West bottom dwellers for the pod, and I think that wouldn't be very applicable at this point.
Nope.
Being that we're the only ones that are not bottom dwelling the AFC West. Shout out to the Chiefs.
Bitch ass Chiefs.
Bitch ass Chiefs. So let's we're going to break down the couple of games that we have this week. Give our thoughts, what we're going to be looking for. We're going to give our parlay, like we're going to be doing for the rest of the season, which hit last week. So make sure to tail the one that we're going to put together tonight. And then we'll give our final scores predictions for the couple of games that we have coming up Sunday and Monday. Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sick. Well, we usually go by schedule, right? So you guys have the Monday night game.
Yeah, so we'll let you go first.
Yeah, well, we'll hit the Broncos and the Colts. When we talked about predictions a couple of weeks ago, we had this one pretty much as a chalked up W for the Broncos. I think we all picked the Broncos, right? Neither of you guys picked the Colts to win that game. But the Colts may have went out and maybe proved some people wrong with what their team's going to look like by beating the living shit out of the Colts. Beating the shit out of the Colts. They beat the shit out of themselves, beating the shit out of the Dolphins. Which honestly didn't surprise me. You guys know how I feel about the Dolphins. I think they're frauds, and they're going to have a tough year.
Oh, they definitely had a tough weekend.
Yeah, we all had, I think, the same thought about them. I think you said that McDaniels may be fired before Halloween. Shoot, if he makes it that long.
Yeah, it might be sooner than that if they keep losing games the way they lost that game.
And it kind of sucks because he's actually a pretty good offensive coordinator.
Yes, and it looks like that's what he's going to be for the rest of his career.
Then you brought your boy in at the end of the game there, Zach Wilson.
I just saw that. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch the game, but yeah, I saw that he showed up on the stat line.
Yep.
So yeah, things aren't going well if you're taking your quarterback out at the end of the game in week 1. So shout out to the Dolphins, how things are going over there. And also shout out to Tyreek Hill, who also has new allegations coming out today. Shocking. Cannot believe that Tyreek is being accused of terrible things again. Insane, allegedly. But the Colts. Daniel Jones was on fire last week. I think it was 22 of 27 or something like that.
Yep.
Again, didn't watch the game. We were busy this weekend, so I wasn't really locked into the Colts-Dolphins game while we were out golfing Spyglass. But they obviously put on a pretty strong performance.
Yeah, I saw a meme where it said the Giants are over there crying that Daniel Jones is playing like prime Russell Wilson while Russell Wilson's playing like garbage Russell Wilson.
Oh, man, yeah, Russell Wilson off to a rough start. It pisses me off because this is going to be the second year in a row where I fly out to Denver to watch the Broncos beat the shit out of Russell Wilson. He's going to be on the sideline.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he's going to be playing.
There's no way he makes it to week 7.
Yeah, I actually already saw a comment or a post saying that they're already thinking of starting Jackson Dart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I think the media after the game kind of pushed it that way to Dable, like, hey, are you going to commit to who's the quarterback next week? Basically said, no, not going to commit to anybody right now.
Yeah, I think he came out today and said Russ is going to start. But if you're answering those questions week 2.
Week 1, dude.
Well, after week 1.
Yeah, after week 1.
If you're answering those questions week 1, week 2, essentially any point of the season, but especially this early, at some point, it's just a matter of time. Why even keep him in there? Unless it's just to entertain me when I go out to Denver and watch them lose. But back to the Colts, again, just looking at the box score, Daniel Jones had a great game. Taylor had a solid performance as well. And then Pittman and Tyler Warren. I mean, nothing really stands out on the box score of what was surprising about that game. Those are the guys they're going to be relying on.
Yeah.
When it comes to facing the Broncos, obviously the defense is going to be a lot stronger than the Dolphins. Having PS2 on Pittman is really going to leave them to their only targets of Warren and guys like Pierce and Mitchell. So feel pretty good that Daniel Jones isn't going to light the world on fire again this week. PS2 didn't give up a single catch this week. Again, by the way, best corner in the league, not even close.
I don't know. There's a rookie out there that's balling pretty good right now.
Oh, man, he had one good game.
Well, I mean,
Did he win Defensive Player of the Year last year? I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure if he keeps it up, he will be.
Well, I don't know, man. We'll pump the brakes on whoever the hell you're talking about. I don't even know who you're talking about. But goes to say, Michael Pittman, he's not going to be able to put up 80 yards against PS2. So if they try to get him away from PS2, then maybe he can make an impact. But Riley Moss had a pretty damn good game last week as well. So feel really confident.
I'm more interested to see the matchup with Tyler Warren.
Yes, that was just going to get to that. I mentioned during our predictions episode, Tyler Warren is something that concerns me. Don't know if Dre Greenlaw is going to play. It doesn't look like he will. It's Monday when we're recording this, so we don't have an update. But if he's not 100%, I say just keep him on the sidelines because he's going to be way more important in week 14, 15, 16, 17 than he is in week 2. So, and Justice Stranad has been playing really well. Alex Singleton is really good in coverage too. So, if he's the guy that we have to stop, at least in the air, I feel pretty confident that Vance Joseph is going to be able to put something together to slow him down.
I think it was actually what the Colts are going to come out doing, and what you guys are probably going to be focusing on is going to be Jason Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor, not Jason, but Taylor.
Yeah, the running back.
Yeah.
He's good. He's a good running back, but he's also good at catching the ball out of the backfield. So, I mean, they're definitely going to run the ball, and they're going to be using the running back and the tight end, and hopefully, even if with that, I'm pretty sure Pittman won't be open or whatever. But for me, what I would be wondering is how your guys' defense reacts to a running back like that.
Yeah. Last week Broncos had the Titans and Pollard, who was actually still pretty solid running back.
He did pretty. He's still doing pretty good, but I mean, it is the Titans, so it's I'm not trying to take the fire away from the Broncos, but I mean, it is the Titans, so and you are going against the Colts, but it's kind of one of those things where it's kind of hard to test you guys so much because you guys are playing teams that are but it is the NFL where anything can happen.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things where I don't know, it's it's the Titans, so we have to see. And then now you're playing the Colts where we're I don't know. It's kind of hard to really guess your defense, I guess I would want to say, because you guys are playing pretty easy teams in the beginning.
Fair enough, but also you could look at last year.
Well, I mean, yeah, that too. But I mean, yeah, that too. But I mean, I could bring up the past, but in the end of the day, it's I'm gonna see what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's fair. I mean, the Broncos definitely were favored last week. They're favored again this week at 2.5 points, I think, is what.
That's a lot closer than I thought it would be going into week 2.
Well, again, the Colts put on a pretty strong performance. It's in Indy.
Broncos didn't look great, so taking both of those things into account. So I guess.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, this is a game that the Broncos should win.
Yeah, I still think the Broncos should win this for sure.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where because of what happened with the Titans, you're kind of you could only wonder if anything else can happen.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Kind of cover the defensive side for the Broncos, but on the offense, one thing I hope that Sean Payton took away from last week is trying to run the ball a little bit more. We talked about it last episode, covering the game. Definitely, I don't know if Bo Nix needs to be throwing the ball 40 times a game, especially in a game where...
Especially not this early.
Yeah, no, especially this early. And if you get a lead, there's no reason for him to be throwing the ball 40 times. We have a running game that we're a lot more confident in this year with Harvey and Dobbins, who both looked pretty damn good last week. Try to ride them a little bit more. If Bo ends up with 20, 25 passes, but is efficient in doing so, then let's just go that route. Also, let's not go for it on 4th and 8. And just have Bo just like launch a Hail Mary. That was so strange. We should have talked about it in the last episode, but we were watching that in the bar with no sound.
Yeah.
And I'm questioning myself, like, this doesn't seem normal, but I can't hear the announcers saying whether or not they have an opinion on if they should be doing this. I felt like I was losing my mind. I was like, Sean Payton's not an idiot. Why the hell is he doing that? There's got to be a reason.
Honestly, when I was watching that game, when a lot of analysts were really like the same way, they're like, I'm very shocked that they're not running the ball. Like,
well, not just running, but that 4th down.
Yeah, that 4th down play.
Just that also.
Well, it was 4th and 8. Yeah. Should have just kicked the field goal and went up 2 scores with a minute left.
Dude, a lot of times, but I think it was actually kind of funny because they weren't just questioning like his decisions; they were questioning the Titans head coach. Like when they got the safety, like he was trying to throw it. I'm like, dude, run it.
Yeah,
like
there was a lot of weird things that were going on.
Yeah, so it was just like that. Honestly, when I was watching that game, the announcers were literally like, "What's going on?" Like, I feel like these two coaches are not really like making their best decisions. I guess
it was a warm-up game apparently, so hopefully.
Yeah, honestly, it felt like you guys were really like just trying new things against the Titans.
Yeah, just trying to get through the week.
Yeah, that was very random. That 4th
almost
down
like a
play.
preseason.
It almost like looked like they were trying to catch him off guard, but it's like your offense was already on the field. It's not like your kicking team was on the field and you ran your offense out there and tried to catch him off guard. It's like, all right, you're gonna line up, and all right, we're just gonna play a regular defense, and we're just gonna throw it up and hope for something.
The play that was drawn up actually Marvin Mims and Cortland Sutton both got open, but the line didn't do a very good job of keeping Bo, giving some time, so he just kind of launched it up there. But I mean, either way, there's no excuse to make that decision in the first place. So
how upset were you when he fumbled, Mims?
I screamed the F word in the car when we were driving to the bar. So, yeah, I was pretty upset,
especially because it was close at that point. Still,
yeah, that's what I was saying when it was during that it was still like 3 points of like difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hopefully the Broncos can really clean things up. Really want to see Bo settle down a little bit. Starting to think that maybe he's just a guy that gets off to slow starts when seasons go. Last year was the same thing. Really want to see him just be a little bit more confident. He looked a little shaky last week. I don't know if it was nerves or what, but just want to see him be more confident and more comfortable. And he's going to be one of my parlay picks. We'll get into that later. And just kind of changing up his mindset of how to approach this game is what I'd like to see.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Again, the Broncos are in a position where they're favored, and they should be. It's just whether or not they're going to be able to execute and come out playing a cleaner game than they did last week. And we'll give picks at the end. So before we break in or get into the Chargers and the Raiders on Monday night, long 4 days in Monterey. Gosh, dang, I'm tired. I'd like to thank anyone that's listening on YouTube, anyone that's listening on or Spotify and Apple. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're going to send or give our predictions for this week later on. But if you'd like to leave yours, throw them in the comments. Follow us on Instagram, Third and Thirsty Podcast. Again, we always get back to anyone that reaches out. So
yeah, shout out to anybody who's already commented, and you already know we're here for it. Whatever you guys want to disagree with us on, we're here for it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's the reason why we do this. It's to talk shit not only with each other, but with anyone else that gives us their time and opinion. We really appreciate it.
I would like to throw one thing else in that most comments have been, even though they're taking jabs at one or another, our teams pretty safe. You know, not nothing. Nobody's getting crazy. Nobody's trying to fight, and that's the type of content we want to put out there.
Yeah.
We're always going to talk shit, but hey, let's keep it respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, let's keep it going, man.
But fuck them. The fucking Chargers, and especially
Hey,
them Chiefs.
it's all within the game, man. That's what it is.
So yeah, let's talk about this game on Monday night. Big game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big game.
First game within the Third and Thirsty podcast. So how are you guys feeling? What do you guys expect?
I'll let the away team talk. I'll go first. I mean,
Shoot, I mean, I'm hoping
Just like baseball.
for more of yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm hoping for more of the same from last week, man. Herbert got off to a great start, like we already talked about last episode. But if anything, I was looking for more out of the run game. So I'm hoping that the run game steps it up. And I mean, I don't think Herbert needs much help, but if the run game comes in and you know, gets maybe 100 yards, then that's a big boost. Besides that, I have all the confidence now in the world in our receivers. Now that I know that Keenan Allen and Land McConkey can work within the same offense, that's just going to make defense for other teams a lot harder to play against the Chargers. So, besides that, on defense, the second half versus the Chiefs didn't go so well on the defensive side for the Chargers. So I'm looking for our corners to kind of make up for that, put some pressure on the receivers to make moves, not just they played a lot of zone, didn't mix it up very much, and I think that's what the Chiefs were able to exploit in the second half. So hopefully they tighten things up there and can make this flow just like last week. Edgar, I'll let you get some words in.
So yeah, it's gonna be a man. If there's any games that I love, I definitely love rivalry games, especially because ever since these guys ended up marrying my cousins, it's always fun to like get together and just just talk shit during the game and everything. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This game, it's gonna be very close. Like I said last week, depending on how the Chargers were gonna play without Slater, it's gonna depend how their season's gonna go. And clearly, they played really well. So our defensive line is gonna have their hands full. They're gonna have to really like put that pressure on Herbert. And they're gonna need to because our corners and our linebackers, our coverage is still too new. Like they have their communications really like it's not on point yet. Like they don't know how to switch off players when they're like covering. Like they're always like every once in a while they'll leave one guy open or whatever. So I hope they fix that up. Clearly they're not gonna fix it up in like just a week. So it's gonna take time. So hopefully that doesn't really mess us up this upcoming week. But I hope that Gino continues playing like he did against the Patriots. Smart. Hopefully he doesn't try to do too many of those thread passes. Just like you also, I hope we add more of the running game. I know that I honestly don't blame it on Genti. I do blame it on the offensive line because one of the guys that I was going to give a seltzer to was JPJ. He had a really bad game, but I know that I have a really strong feeling that he's going to just fix his technique and get that fixed up. So against you guys, I just feel like we may not get 100 yards, but we're going to be able to move the ball with Genti, move the ball with our quarterbacks and the receivers. But it's definitely going to be a very close game. I still think that Raiders are going to come out with the dub, but it's not going to be like it's going to be one of those very close games. Not high scoring like the Bills and Ravens, but pretty close.
That was a random game.
Random. I mean, kind of expected with those two teams, but
no, but like the way it played out, it was
for sure
random as hell. But yeah,
yeah. I mean, the thing I'm interested in seeing about this game is going to see the Raiders defense was pretty impressive against the Patriots. I've seen them still kind of figuring out their offense, new coordinator, new weapons. Drake May's first full season was able to keep them to what they get to 13 or 10? 10 points, whatever, 10, 13 points.
10 points.
10 points. So, we'll see what they could do against an offense that really put things together last week and has a lot more flow to it, a lot of more consistency. It's going to be interesting to see, if they could keep up that performance, or if they get exposed as frauds, which I'm kind of expecting that to be the case.
One matchup I'm really excited to see is Brock Bowers versus, it's going to be Derwin James and Dale Henley on him. Those two guys are just going to switch off back and forth, give him different looks, try to hold him down. It's going to be hard because he's a beast. Not going to deny that whatsoever. I would love to have Brock Bowers on the Chargers. That would make us, probably Super Bowl contenders at that point. With somebody like Brock Bowers, if it was him, that would I feel like our whole team together.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter when Justin Herbert's throwing picks in the playoffs anyway. So got to be able to get him on the ball in the playoffs. But go ahead. Weird hypothetical.
But still, I'm just saying I'm giving the props to Brock Bowers.
Yeah, Bowers. Hopefully he's healthy and he gets to play in this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping he is because I want to see that matchup. Yeah. I want to see it so bad. I want to see best on best and see what the outcome is on that because it's honestly a toss-up.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not going to I don't lie. I honestly feel like I wouldn't say I'm confident that the Raiders are going to win this game, but I can honestly see them winning it. But it can either go either way. Like your guys' defense is it's really strong, and your guys' offense, it's yours are going to be fucking moving the ball like nonstop. So Raiders definitely have they really have their fucking word cut out for them. Like it's not going to be easy for them. It's a good task for them. And I'm just excited for Crosby because, he even said something during the offseason. He's just like, I just want to play against, I want my revenge against the rivalries. So, first one's the Chargers. We'll see how he does.
Tell him to line up against the left tackle and see how it goes.
I'm
pretty sure he's going to just stay on that right side the whole game. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to see Joel.
Then move him to the right side. Don't matter.
He was on the right side last year. He tried to go after him. Nothing. Shut out.
Yeah, but he still got that sack though.
When he rushed through the middle, not on the two tackles.
Well, then he should have stick with them.
Exactly. Maybe he should be a D tackle instead of a fucking edge rusher. Maybe. And he might get something better against the Chargers there.
He's done pretty well against the Chargers.
Ask Justin Herbert when he made him eat some grass in that quick little move last year.
Sure. After how many sacks?
From him? One?
Against that one two? Season?
Against
how many seasons before that? How many got sacked how many times?
Who's he lining up against? Not the left tackle.
Oh, no. Sorry that Joe Alt wasn't drafted yet. But anyways, yeah, like I said, it's gonna be definitely a fun game, very interesting game, but I definitely can see the Raiders pulling it through as long as they play a clean game and smart game, basically.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game to watch Monday night. Programming note for anybody that actually does watch us regularly, the 2 or 3 of you that do, a huge shout out to you. Appreciate you. We're going to be doing our podcast on Tuesday night, so it'll push back the premiere dates.
So you don't hear me and Omar cussing at each other.
Yeah. Yeah, we were thinking about doing it Monday after the game.
That we would do. That's guaranteed that's going to happen.
Yeah. It might get a little ugly if we ended up doing it Monday night, especially after the game, after a couple beers. Things might get out of hand. I might have to be in the middle here, breaking up a fist fight. So, yeah, we'll be doing Tuesday and pushing back the release on that next week. So, anything else you guys want to add to the game?
I'm excited for the after-game handshake. There's a little bad blood between Pete Carroll
right.
and Jim Harbaugh.
Was it bad blood?
Dang, I forgot about that. That was
bad
a long
blood.
time ago.
They started off in college when Pete Carroll was at SC. Jim Harbaugh was at Stanford at the time. They had some bad blood there. Followed it into the NFL when Harbaugh was with the Niners and Pete Carroll was with the Eagles, with Seattle. And I guess after one game, Harbaugh went in after a win and just gave him like the hardest handshake he's ever given anybody. And
Carroll chased him.
Yep, they got into it. There's some bad blood, and
forgot about that. That's a fun little angle for this game too.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was kind of keeping that, hidden away until the very end. I wanted to kind of make it a little fun. A little fun here instead of just going back and forth on me and Edgar talking shit to each other.
Yeah, I think Pete's like, I mean, maybe they have that thing, but Pete's like, whatever. That fool.
These guys are fucking.
Oh, of course, they're competitive.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, both of these guys are so competitive that they're gonna go after each other.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's for sure.
That'd be a fun fist fight at the end of the game.
That's why I would like to have a beer with both of them and see if they end up fighting each other.
So, anything else you guys want to add? That pretty much covered the.
Just fuck the Chargers. That's kidding. I'm excited for this week. It's something that I've been really looking forward to. Like, I'm actually excited for all the rivalry games. I want to see how Raiders stand up to all these teams. See if we're upgrading or we're not.
Yeah. It'll be a fun test to see.
At the very end of the day, my nephews and my nephew Santiago and my son Nico will get on your ass if the Chargers win.
No, man. If they lose, I'll make them wash my truck.
Nice. All right. So that pretty much covers the game breakdowns this week. We only got 2 of them to cover. You guys playing? I guess next week's gonna be the same because the Broncos play the Chargers.
Yep.
Getting into these divisional games pretty quickly, pretty early, especially for the Chargers. Good point.
3 right in a row.
Yeah,
it gives us a good chance to get up on everybody.
Yep. Yep. Okay, let's get into our parlay. Let's make some people some money. Mm-hmm. Last week we did. We're going to do the same thing again this week. We're going to pick a player from each team to do the over-unders because, again, California, sports betting is illegal. Don't need to hear my rant about it again. So we're stuck with Prize Picks Underdog. Finding out this week that it's pretty slim pickings on what's available to bet on at this point in the week. Again, we film on Monday. So found a couple that are live on Prize Picks. So we'll pick from what we get to choose.
So basically, until we get sponsored by one of these guys, we're just gonna hop around and see what we got.
Yeah, this week is Prize Picks. I mean, they're all going to be pretty dang similar.
But hey,
at the end of the day,
show us the money and we're all yours.
Yeah, hey.
Not like that. He makes us think like we're like a
pause.
Yeah, it seem like we're horses and shit.
Yeah, Underdog, if you guys want to give us a sponsorship, I mean, get like 150 views a video, so come on, man.
Missing out on all of it.
I know, who's the view? Just saying.
So let's get into it. Last week we had Keenan Allen.
Yep.
He had receptions at
over 3.5. I want to say
cleared that by like halftime.
Yeah.
And then we had
Michael Mayer over 13, I think 13.5 yards.
He got
38
and
yards.
like one catch probably.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we had Troy Franklin over 18.5 yards. He got that within like the first quarter and a half. So we're gonna replicate that here this week.
Oh, for sure. We're gonna keep our winning streak going.
Yep.
After one.
Let's roll this money over. My first one, again, a slim pick is on Prize Pick, but I really like this one. That's Bo Nix over 18.5 rushing yards. He's done it in 4 of his last 5 games. The only one that wasn't was last week when he had 18 yards. So he was half a yard short. And I think he kind of got in his head and trying not to scramble too much. With homeboy talking shit and saying that he does it too often. It was pretty successful trash talk. I think this week, again, Bo settling into the way he likes to play. I think if he finds himself in a situation where he feels like he could roll out and get some yards, he'll do so. If he doesn't hit 18.5 yards rushing by halftime, I'll be shocked. So I think that's an easy pick, easy money. Give me the over on that all day.
Honestly, I was surprised that they didn't do more like design runs for him, especially after last year. He really showed his legs last year. No.
That's very
Any
true.
other different way, but he really showed how
But
to use his legs, I guess.
I still think they were trying new shit against the Titans. Like literally,
Yeah, I think
there's like maybe like another preseason game. For
I was
them or
about to say,
something.
they almost treated it
Yeah.
like a scrimmage.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Sean Payton's going to settle into his offense a little bit more, really figuring things out for Bo. And when Bo has that opportunity, he'll take it. I think, again, 18 and a half yards. If it's not hit by halftime, I'll be shocked. So that's the first leg that's going to hit on Sunday. What are we doing on Monday to clean it up?
Well, I'm going a little weird here. I'm going with J.K. Scott, Chargers punter. They got him for 3.5 punts. I'm going to go under there. They had 2 punts last week. So I feel like with a lesser defense, I feel like they'll be able to push the ball down the field and at the very least get some field goals.
Great, there goes our fucking streak. Just kidding.
3.5. They had 2 last week, so that's what I'm saying.
Just kidding.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it'll be close, obviously, when you're only talking about punts. I mean, things could go a lot of different ways. Who knows? At the end of the game, maybe they are down and need to go for it on 4th down. So
Exactly.
But
that just speaks to more of my confidence in the Chargers offense versus the Raiders defense.
All right. Well, if the Chargers go 3 and out on their first drive, I'm going to be freaking pissed now. This is going to lose me some money. But I like that one. I can see where you're coming from. Edgar.
I'm just gonna laugh when that shit doesn't hit though.
I'm not going to laugh because I'm losing money.
I am because you're the one that picked it. So for my hit, I'm picking my old good buddy Jacoby Myers, hitting over 55.5 yards. He's done it he did it last year. I mean, last week he got 97 yards. Last year versus the Chargers, he got over 120, 100 something. So I feel like with a better quarterback, 55 is like nothing to him. I'm pretty sure Gino's going to try to spread the ball around, but when it comes down to like places, I mean, to a spot or a moment where he needs somebody that needs to catch this ball, Jacoby's going to catch it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid one.
Yeah, that one's, I think he will get that, even if it is against the Chargers defense. I think that's a solid pick.
Okay. Yeah, well, make some money with us like we did last week. So we got Bo Nix over 18 and a half. And then we got
J.K. Scott under 3.5 punts.
And then
Jacoby Myers over 55.5 yards.
Easy money. Tail it. Let us know when you hit.
Let us know how much you won.
Yeah, and let us know. And then,
send over some shit.
Yeah. Send over some beer money.
Beer money, yeah. That's all we're doing with our winnings is flipping it to beer money.
Yeah, believe it or not, we haven't made a dime off this podcast. So be the first one to support us.
I know, shock you, right? I thought I would at least be like Mr. Beast by now.
Yeah, I know, man. What the hell?
Which he was at the Chargers Chiefs game because it was YouTube. They had a bunch of creators.
Weird.
The whole thing was weird. Like the announcers and the whole way they did it was.
It wasn't weird when the Chargers won. That's all I cared about.
I mean, at this point, you didn't really care. A dub's a dub.
Yep, always. Okay, you guys want to give final predictions for this week?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I feel like you should go first, so then let me and Edgar fight it out.
Yeah, we'll go through the schedule again. So before we get into it again, huge shout out to anybody that's watching on YouTube, anyone that's listening. Like, subscribe, comment. Really helps us out. And we're going to keep doing this every week. So we're now switching it up to 2 episodes a week, a little bit shorter on each one, but breaks it up so you can get a little recap of the games and then also a preview of what we're looking forward to for the next week. So I'll get into let's get into the Broncos game. Yeah.
Yep.
So again, Broncos and the Colts. Colts came out pretty strong last week. Broncos a little slow out the gate, still got the win. I picked the Broncos pretty comfortably when we did this before the season started. And I'm not changing my mind until the Broncos lose a game that they shouldn't win or shouldn't lose. I'm going to stick with that. They're going to be able to get it together. Last week I said I felt like the Broncos were going to get off to a slow start offensively. I was right about that. I think this week's going to be kind of the same thing. It's going to take them a little while to get into a good rhythm, but the defense is going to keep them in the game. Even if they're down by a field goal or even a touchdown, I think they'll be able to catch up and ultimately be able to win the game. Something like, God, I want them to score more than 20 points this week. So let's say 24-17 Broncos.
Okay.
You know what? No, I don't even like that either. The Broncos
I was
didn't
gonna
give.
say, I don't know more, but
Well, the Broncos didn't give up a touchdown last week, so I don't think they're going to give up a ton to the Colts. So let's go 24-13. 2 field goals and a touchdown from the Colts. Bring them back down to earth a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
wait, what was it again? What was the Broncos?
24,
24-13.
13.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the defense, played well last week. Danny Dimes did his thing, so we'll see. We'll see if he can do anything against that Broncos defense, which is tough. It is tough.
It's best in the league.
We'll see. But yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good. I think that low scoring. You guys didn't score too many points last week, so I don't think you guys will. It'll take time to develop the offense. Still,
Yeah.
it's still a lot of new pieces, new running backs, both of them, new tight end. You have your receivers. I think all of your O-line back still, right?
Yes.
But still, incorporating those new pieces is going to take some time.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally. What's your?
What's your score?
I was gonna go with Denver 17 and the Colts 10.
Wow.
It's going to be low scoring. I think Denver's still going to be figuring it out. And like you said, the defense is still going to be on top of the receivers. We'll see. Your defensive line was on top of the quarterback last week, so Daniel Jones is going to be a little more pressed for time this week, and see how he plays.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting aspect of the game for sure. Edgar?
For me, the only thing is now I finally found his name, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the only one that's like I want to see like how you guys are gonna work with him. If you guys are gonna stop him, obviously if he's gonna be able to run the ball. And if maybe like, Daniel Jones can like instead of like doing long throws, like he's dump it off to the running back. Like basically make it basic for the Colt. For him to be able to move the ball.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, I still don't think they're going to win. I think personally, like your guys' defense is going to be able to hold them down to less than 20 points, and your guys it's going to give you guys plenty of time to be able to score as much as you guys can. My final score is going to go 30-18.
Oh, crap.
Wow. Okay. Well, I would love to see the Broncos score 30 points, especially after last week's performance where tapered mine a little bit.
I just feel like this upcoming years are probably going to run a little bit more. And like, I feel like instead of like doing all these big plays, like they're going to be more simple. Like they're going to be more like plays where like the receivers look like they have, they're in connection basically. Like they're not going to look like they're not have connection.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd love to see 30 points from the Broncos. That's for sure.
That's going to be hard to come by, especially the way they looked last week. It just didn't look like anybody was gelling.
Yeah, they weren't quite in sync yet. So hopefully it's just
I just feel like
1 week.
They didn't have communication with the receivers because I don't know if I'm just believing Nick's too much when I saw him like trying to like correct the receiver while he like after the throw.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm believing him too much, but it kind of just seemed like the receiver really wasn't like, like in the practice they probably did it some certain way. So Nick's was, used to doing it that way, and all of a sudden now he's not doing it. Like,
well, it was a zone man read, so he was supposed to sit down in zone coverage, but he broke out, which I believe is what happened.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah,
but I feel like there was more plays where he was also yelling. There's other plays where he yelling at all like his receivers basically. So I feel like there was a lot of plays where like some of these receivers just didn't really do what they were supposed to. Miscommunication.
And that's not always the best. A lot of times you almost want to do that like in practice or after the game, like, hey man, like you should have sat down
for sure.
Or even on the sign, like, hey man, I want you to sit down. You don't want to show up like your teammates like that. But I mean, if they give Bo the reins like that, then I guess
no, for sure. But that's why I feel like next week, like they're gonna fix all that. Like they're gonna be like, okay, like I see what you mean, and then they're gonna start basically listening to him a lot more. I don't know why they wouldn't in the week one, but I honestly just blaming the receivers on week one loss, basically.
So you're a believer now?
I'm not a believer. I just, like I said, like I don't know if he's just
welcome
like
to the club, man.
I don't know if he's like lying to me when he was blaming the receivers, but honestly, like I feel like both quarterbacks played very well that day, but both receivers were just having a really bad day, not catching the ball or something.
Well,
I mean, Cortland Sutton was able to catch the ball, but other players were just having like struggling and shit.
Well, I like your confidence in the Broncos, man. I love it. So
Relax.
let's get on to the divisional game. Got the Chargers and the and the Raiders there on Monday night. You guys who wants to kick it off?
Go for it.
So I do believe that. So obviously, like Chargers are not going to be easy to stop. Obviously they're gonna be like nonstop scoring and shit. It's up to our offense to be able to keep up and our defense to be able to stop them. So I still believe the Raiders will have a chance to beat them. I feel like Raiders defense will come out with making a play on defense and basically being able to stop the Chargers. So my prediction is 28-24. Raiders. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a little bit more of a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I see 28 for the Chargers, but I see more of like a lower scoring for the Raiders. I feel like the Chargers are going to know who they need to stop. Brock Bowers. Stop Brock Bowers and
I mean, that's the only person you guys want to stop. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, Ashton Genty already got stopped last week, so
sure.
Yeah. Brock Bowers, stop him, and that's the offense. 300. I mean, Gino got 366 yards, I believe, but 110 of them, 120 of them went to Brock Bowers.
103.
103. Still over 100 of them.
Yeah, 97 went to Jacoby Myers.
So if you stop Brock Bowers, then whatever.
And then Thorin went to Thorin and Trey Tucker.
2 catches. Yeah.
Trey Tucker, 50
broken
yards.
Plays.
Thorin Jr., 50 yards.
Broken plays.
Jack Bash, 30 yards.
Broken plays.
Broken plays? Sure. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Can I keep going?
So,
yeah, that's like I said, stopping Brock Bowers, I already said who's going to be on him. Deion Henley and Derwin James. So I feel like they'll lock him down just like they did Travis Kelce last week. Maybe one of your receivers will get off, but that's all I see. And I don't see them scoring much against the Chargers, who do have a bend but don't break defense. So they'll give up yards. They play a lot of zones, so they'll give off those little drop-offs and little quick slants to receivers, but it's like you're getting 2-3 yards out of it, and they gang tackle, and they really make them work hard for yardage. So that's why I feel like it'll be more of like a 27 to 17 Chargers.
Okay. There's some things that I agree with, some things that I disagree with there from both sides. I'm going back and forth on who I want to pick to win this game. It's a tough one. Before the season started, when we did our predictions, I had the Raiders. Last week, the Chargers came out pretty solid against the Chiefs. That offensive line looked pretty good without Slater. And I think they're going to be able to neutralize a little bit from the Raiders' best part of their defense, which is their defensive line. I don't think that Bowers is going to get locked down. I think he's still going to have a pretty solid game, even if they do try to focus on stopping him. I think he's just that good. He's one of those guys that maybe you could try to contain from taking over the game, but I don't think you're going to shut him down. And the Raiders kind of proved last week too that some weapons can step up and make some plays. So I'm on the fence. I'm just going to go with my gut and say I'm making a change. I'm going to go with the Chargers. But I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it comes down to the last possession, or one of those last possession games, maybe even overtime or something. But I have something like 24-22, some weird score like that, where it's very close, and the Raiders have a chance to win the game on the last drive. But Chargers defense just steps up and
I actually have
and
the
stops them.
opposite. I actually think that the Raiders will be up, and I feel like the last couple minutes, the Chargers are trying to score.
You have enough faith in the defense to be able to
I'm
stop.
not saying I have enough faith. It's one of those things where it's going to come down to the defense for us to win this game. Basically.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm not going to say they're going to stop them, obviously, because I'm saying they're going to win, but it's not going to be it's not going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be one of those things where if they do make a stop, it's going to be everybody's going to be all fucking shocked about it. But we'll see. I personally don't think I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk for the Chargers either. Because Patrick Mahomes had who exactly besides Travis Kelce, which had a bad game. He had no receivers.
Travis Kelce didn't have a bad
Hollywood
game.
Brown.
Travis Kelce is just
Hollywood
bad.
Brown had a good game. Xavier Worthy got knocked out by Travis Kelce.
So that's why for me it's I feel like the Chiefs this finally they just have no weapons. We've been saying this for a long time, but there's been just receivers just popping up out of nowhere for them. But this year they have nobody, and against the Chargers, literally we saw that they have. They have Hollywood Brown, but not even Kelce was helping him.
Exactly. That's why he got shut down by Derwin James, Deion Henley. And then there's one less thing that the Chargers have to worry about this week is the quarterback running, scrambling. Gino, for as accurate as you say he is, which I believe, he's not as mobile as he used to be.
He got a couple yards. I'm not saying he's super mobile.
That's what I'm saying, but they're not designing runs for him. He's at this point in his career, he's a pocket quarterback. He's going to sit back there, and try to read his options and try to make plays that way.
I don't think he's going to sit right there exactly, because not even with the Patriots, he was sitting right there. But I feel like he's definitely one of those type of quarterbacks when the pocket is collapsing, he'll get out. But he's also one of those type of quarterbacks that will hold on to the ball to make a play. But I don't know. That's why for me, it's definitely going to depend on our O-line, if we can protect him, and it's going to depend on our defensive line if we can basically get to Herbert.
Well, the weakest part of the Chargers offensive line held up pretty well last week versus one of the best, Chris Jones. So that gives me all the confidence in the world this week.
Yeah, but that was just Chris Jones. Who else do they have as pass rush?
Karlaftis, he's pretty good, but they make their money off of that interior defensive line.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They even split Chris Jones out to the right side to go up against Trey Pipkins, because that's who everybody's keying on this year is Trey Pipkins. Herbert saw that coming. That's when he scrambled out and iced the game on that slide. So it's not just the line, but Justin Herbert is a lot more willing to run this year because he's been hurt the last couple of years. So they're actually designing runs for him this year.
Yeah, but it just takes one hit for when he's running, and he's going to go back to being a pocket passer.
Ooh, wishing injuries again,
or a move on Crosby to have Crosby eat some grass again. It's there for you to see.
Yeah, and there's also plays of him hitting the dirt.
Who? Crosby? Yeah.
Herbert.
By Crosby?
Yeah, plenty of those.
Well, we'll see. Monday night. I think we're all looking forward to it. Gonna be a lot of fun. First divisional game for the Third and Thirsty podcast. A lot more to come.
If you guys think this is interesting, me and the Chargers just went to the Broncos. That's money on the line right there.
Yep, we're gonna have a lot of fun this season. Getting
definitely
into
not
these
worried about it
games.
this week.
You're definitely not worried about it.
Not worried about it.
Okay. All right. Well, one of you guys are going to have a rough week next week. I hope I'm not one of them. I hope I'm joining in on the fun next week with whoever wins this game.
Are we going to predict
we're going to do the
the
Chiefs.
loss of the Chiefs this week?
Yeah, let's do the Chiefs real quick. Almost forgot. Let's do the Chiefs real quick, just so we keep a running tally on AFC West predictions. They got the Eagles this week. Tough week. Any news on whether or not Jalen Carter is going to get suspended?
I haven't heard anything.
Haven't heard anything yet.
I haven't even heard of that he was even gonna like go or get anything like that. I don't know. I think people were just letting it go.
I don't know. Spitting on someone's face is pretty goddamn pretty disgusting.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it is disgusting, but
No.
I don't know.
So we'll see what the NFL does. NFL's in a tough position. Do they want to suspend the Eagles' best player when they're going up against their golden boy in the chart? Or I'm sorry, the Chiefs.
They probably will. They usually do.
Yeah. So that's also another angle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if they do, the Chiefs are done. Even if Jalen Carter's out of that lineup, there's no way the Chiefs are still going to win.
I don't know about no way, because the Chiefs tend to surprise you when you don't expect it. But yeah, I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm definitely taking the Eagles, but I'm also going to continue taking the opposition until I figure out what the hell they have on the offense, or at least where they come back or something.
Yeah.
What do you guys got for the score?
I don't know. Let's just throw something random out there. How about
30 to 24?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see it being a little bit more of a high-scoring game like that, too. Let's go 28-21.
Yeah, I had a higher score, too. I had a same thing, 30, but 21.
Well,
Eagles, right? We're all taking the Eagles.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Let those bottom dwellers keep getting keep getting lower into that cellar there.
Oh, it'd be awesome. Have them 0-2.
And then the Chargers and Broncos 2-0, and the Raiders
1-1. Yeah, hey man, that'd be a fun way for the season to start.
Oh, the even funnier is watching Omar when the Chargers are 1-1, and he doesn't want to talk. He's just gonna sit right there in the corner and just.
Oh, I'll be talking still. There's no way you guys can shut me up.
What would be actually really cool is if the Chiefs lose, the Broncos win, and then there's a tie on Monday night. So the Broncos in sole possession in first place.
Yeah, there's no way they're tying.
Probably not happening. But it's going to be fun to find out. Being in the middle or in the swing of the NFL season is the best. We're back. We're so back.
So happy that I have one day that controls the rest of the mood for my week now.
It's the best. You guys have anything else to add for this week?
Fuck the Raiders.
No, just fuck Omar. Just kidding. Nah, just fuck the Chargers.
Okay, 149 days until Bo Nix wins his first Super Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Until next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.